Did you play rugby as a kid?
When I was a boy, I played rugby.
Because you have a bunch of brothers. How many brothers do you have?
I have 4 brothers.
And where are you in that? Are you the oldest?
I'm number 4 out of 5, so the second youngest.
Oh, that's the worst spot to be in, right?
No.
It isn't.
You're not the youngest.
Well, let's evaluate all the spots.
Let's
youngest, at least you're the youngest. You know, you're the baby. You've got something kind of different going on.
You kind
there.
of have mum protecting you a little bit, but there's only so much.
Like if it were the Olympics, you know, the first one would be the gold medalist, the second one would be silver, the bronze, and then there's you just kind of standing off to the side.
Disappointed. No, the eldest gets the toughest game, 100%, because they get all the discipline.
So if thinking is block banging, and what is block banging? Honestly, the way that I could describe it is that in some way, shape, or form, it is clicking like a puzzle. You take 2 puzzle pieces, you snap them together.
I think for the sake of getting something done.
Yes, to cross something off a list.
Yes,
and like the TIs will do it where they'll focus. They'll work quite a few layers together, levels together.
To get something done.
The TEs will spread that out. I want to get a lot of things done on not the deepest level.
Right.
And the thing with that is that they will use reasons. Okay, that it gives me a good enough reason. I think that will fit. I think that will work. I think that will work a long time. That's why we're looking for reasons. We're looking with the efficiency, the effectiveness, how long does this thing fit together and work? And of course, the logic and the reason is still determined based on results. But the more that you're practicing getting up good reasons and good logic, over time, you can hone in your reasons and logic to know whether you're accurate or not. And that accuracy is where we get obsessed about, but it's still based on, does this puzzle fit together? Did it work? Can you cross that off your list? I got something working
for the sake of getting it done.
Yeah, 100%. So that is what the thinkers are doing. Those two are feelers. What the hell was that about? What are they doing?
Evaluating, prioritizing. So I think it's a lot to do with prioritizing.
Like pecking order. So there's 2 things going on there because both of them are SC. So you are going to see at the end there they were talking more about. They were talking more about the physical comparison. This guy's bigger than me, stronger than me, physical sensory.
But Jimmy's
comparison.
like, let's evaluate. That's F.
And what he was talking about is this is negative. This is a negative point in the tribe.
Good, better, best.
Good, better, best. Good, better, best. Evaluate. This is not as valuable. It's not as valuable to be the 4th guy on the totem pole. And he's like, oh, no. Actually, it's the best. Why? Because if I'm FE, I'm also evaluating what it feels like to be the number 1 kid, which is they got all the discipline. So I'm very aware of how bad that would be, evaluating wise, to not be number 1 on the list.
Right.
Not a game I'm playing at all.
Like, it started to hit me a few months ago. We were going for a walk right over here. We passed the TI guy that had a shirt on. He's like, get it done. I'm like, right? Right. You fucking thinkers.
Get it done. Get the thing done.
You're just about get it done.
Yes.
And I could feel that with my TE, you know? And so, yeah, I'm seeing like, okay, so you guys, you're not doing T for reasons and logic. Like, you're using reasons and logic for the sake of, let me get it done.
Get it done.
So it's kind of like your sword and your shield. You're like, oh, it's just like seeing like intuition is analogies. No, intuition is about categorizing or clumping or generalizing. Or getting around details.
Yeah.
It will oftentimes use analogies.
Yeah,
but they're not necessarily, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like the sword and the shield. It's like, so the Fs, it's like 99% of the time, the Fs are going to use chemicals and emotions.
Yes.
But that doesn't, I don't know yet. Like, I don't think that the F is at its core. I think at its core is more of evaluating, prioritizing. That quickly the F goes, just like you jump to reasons. You're like, well, I know how to get stuff done. Using reasons and logic, that's a useful tool. I'll go to that every time.
Yes.
Well, I know how to prioritize. I'll check chemicals. I'll check emotions.
People mad? Are people upset? What would they be mad tomorrow?
But I keep seeing like sometimes the F is still working, yet there's no emotions.
But why?
It's just a blank, emotionless list sometimes.
My TE wants to know why. Why is prioritizing the opposite of getting something click working?
I think,
why would those two be opposites?
I think when it's done right, it's one is setting up the other to win. With S and N, your S and N are not fighting each other. The S, you're going, let me gather a lot of sensory and let me narrow it down. The one is pitching to the other. I think when F and T are working together, it's like the F is like, let me figure out the priorities. Let me figure out the valuable. So if we only have so much food,
if they can get
don't
away,
give it to the youngest brother. He's going to die off. Give it to the top 3 because they're going to live longer.
Right. Is that the feelers are trying to just avoid work.
Oh, hell yeah.
Which that's what all that it seems. It's
Well-
like if I could just prioritize and reprioritize and prioritize and
So
reprioritize, then I never have to
that's-
do the thing.
That's like you saying you're trying to avoid NI. That's kind of true. But as a double observer, you're not like satanically trying to avoid. If it's SE at the top, you're abusing your first function to try and get away from the fourth, and the whole thing collapses and you fucked it up.
Well, I will say, with the logic shit, with the figuring out and getting things working, I am aggressively, obsessively, unconsciously, of course, trying to solve problems so there is never, ever, ever bad emotions ever.
Right.
So 100%. I am trying to avoid bad emotion. This is what I see every fucking thinker doing, obsessively going to work, trying to figure out the thing so no one ever feels bad ever, ever again, ever, ever. And that seems to be what the mechanism of the T blocking is trying to do. Overwork, getting something working so we all feel happy forever.
Right.
Because we can't manage a negative emotion.
Exactly. That's an example where yours with the TE is going to get a little bit abused because of the polarity.
The poles. If
Or
it was
you-
double in the middle, it would be a lot more.
It's like
balanced.
I'll feel that with the FIs. Like I kind of want to avoid work, but it's not like the biggest thing. I want to avoid the sensory, so I'll go nuts with the N and the F.
So true.
For me, I'm like I
You
would
will over prepare to
Absolutely.
hell to avoid any chaotic
to
random
the
thing.
point where I cause a tidal wave. With the
Yeah.
F and the T, it's like I'll spend a little extra time. Let's evaluate. Let's feel good. Let's prioritize. Like all right, it's 5:30. Let's
Get
the
to
fucking,
work.
Let's get the fucking work done.
But then when you... You're a really cool dude. Yeah. I'm like looking up and feeling nervous. Yeah. You're cool too, man.
You're cool too. No, you're cool. No, you're cool. No, you're cool.
Now you just canceled out all your coolness, both of you. Now neither one of you are cool. You can't do that.